Hey everyone, it's time to take a look at another old specky game. And this time it's Dustman, published by Timescape Software in 1984. And I just happened to stumble across the ad in a magazine and didn't recognize it, so got a bit curious, so decided to check it out. And the artwork has been done by David John Rowe. If you look in the bottom right corner, it says DJR. So this makes it probably one of his earliest work. And Timescape Software seems to only have ever published one other game on the Specky at least, and that was Wild West Hero, which supposedly is pretty much the same game as Dustman, just with some different graphics. And both of these games are basically Robotron clones. And Robotron, or as it was also known as Robotron 2084, was a Williams arcade game released in 1982, developed by Eugene Jarvis and Larry DeMar, and it's one of my favorite arcade games. I just love this game. It's super hard, but it's also really fun to play, at least in small bursts. So let's check out if this clone is worthy of being a Robotron clone, shall we? And the loading screen looks a bit rushed, methinks. Not terrible, but not great either. And I wonder if they named the game Dustman just to kind of benefit from the Trashman game. I think that was released right around 84. So they just renamed and changed the Wild West game to make it look like another Trashman game. But I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so here we are, Dustman. And we got some, music, I think, going on in the background here. And we do have the option to control this game with the Kempson joystick, so I'm going to try and do that. And yeah, I've played it a bit, and it's I can just spoil it by saying it's not too bad, but it does have its problems. So yeah, let's just dive in, shall we? Player 1. Yeah, it looks very much like Robotron already, right? And we've got a priority wave, which I don't really know what it is. And we have auto fire. And we need to murder everything on screen, and we need to stay away from the big fat burgers because they will flippin' murder me. And they are also pretty hard dodging. They've got a weird pattern. And also the sprite detection in the game isn't that amazing. Oh, that guy I need to save. Come on, get over here. Get over here. I need to grab him. Come on, come here, come here. Yeah, the hit detection is a little bit poo on the burgers because I get murdered by them when I'm nowhere near them. And sometimes I can basically stand on top of them and nothing happens. So it's a little bit weird. And we have auto fire, and we are firing in the direction we are moving, which is quite annoying, to be perfectly honest. Also, enemies spawn out of flipping nowhere. It's really hard avoiding them. So that is also another thing that is pretty annoying with the game. And also that I am right next to an enemy. There's nothing I can do. And I know kind of Robotron, the arcade game, would do that to you at times, but nowhere near as cheaply as here. And also you kind of restart each wave, it would seem, which is, I think so at least, which is also a little bit annoying. And these floppy joysticks, please get away from me. You look a bit pervy, guys. You do know that, right? But it's not a terrible game. It is pretty decent. I quite like it. It's not a bad version of Robotron. The graphics are pretty decent, and they move fairly fairly smoothly for a 1984 game and Game Over Player 1 again. At least I got to stage 3 there. That's pretty decent. Alright, let's try this again. Avoid the evil burgers. And the burgers are pretty much like the... what do you call them in the arcade game? I can't remember. They are indestructible and annoying as all hell. They always get in your way. So that's what the role they are playing in this game. And look at that. I'm nowhere near that pint of lager, I assume, or whatever. And I still get annihilated. And I also get annoyed by this priority wave and the stage 1 prompt. Why do I have to endure them every time? And as you can see, looks like it restarts the stage. Unlike the arcade game where even if you died, you would be allowed to continue. At least that's how I remember it. I haven't played it for a bit, to be honest, but I do believe that you are allowed to. The robots that have been murdered stay murdered, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of the complaints about the game. Otherwise, again, look at it. It's pretty smooth for a 1984 Spectrum game. Runs nicely. Have they just fixed the collision issues? And the annoying spawning of the enemies? And just generally speaking, maybe also the movement pattern of the enemies is a little bit, at times, unfair. You tend to get cornered. And that combined with the pretty garbage hit detection, it doesn't really feel very fair. I wish they would have added support for like joystick plus keyboard controls or something like that, or you know, dual stick controls, because that would make the game a lot easier. Now you have to move towards an enemy if you want to kill it, and if the projectile doesn't appear, you are a goner, pretty much. And I hate the burgers, please guys. And they are bouncing in the most annoying way possible. They are nowhere near the edges of the screen sometimes, and they will still happily bounce off the edge. But let's see if we can maybe make it to stage 4. I think 3 is the best I've done so far. Oh, really? I think you get another Dustman every 20,000 points or something. Oh, really? I am not drinking that pint. I'm not, really. I did try to play this on the Spectrum keyboard, and let me tell you, that was a terrible idea. That was completely hopeless, so I quickly switched to joystick, and that makes a huge difference. Jiggling joysticks and terrible televisions. Yeah, that sounds like the 80s, alright. Please don't spawn in my face, you annoying sticks. And look at the TVs, they're just cornering me, and see how I didn't die there? That is just so weird. It looks like they are near enough to me to kill me, and oh god, it's so annoying, and now I have to restart this stage. And it's so hard predicting how the enemies will bounce around, especially the TVs. Please guys, don't murder me, please. Oh god, look how wobbly they are. They just bounce back and forth in the most annoying possible patterns. Oh god. But I'm getting... Oh, and... Thanks a bunch, just putting me right next to that stupid telly. But it's, again, it's pretty damn smooth. And why is there a pixel there? Come on, get out. Oh god, it's so infuriating. Can you feel the infuriatingness? Is that a word even? I don't know. Please, burger, don't eat me, and I won't eat you back, okay? Please don't chase after. Please bounce away. Oh yes, please. Let me get the guy here. Thank you. That should put me on stage 4, I think. No, sorry, 3. Snappy skeletons still. I hate snappy skeletons more than anything. And why am I not shooting you in your silly smiling face? Yeah, and the auto-fire isn't always a good thing in this game, because sometimes you just want to be able to control when you fire. And really? Am I really rubbing my face against that television, really? I don't know. Doesn't feel like I'm doing it. Snappy Skeleton's my favorite level, and why do you do that to me, game? The sprites could have been a little bit smaller as well, I feel. That might have helped when you just spawn right next to a snappy skeleton or whatever that was. Oh god, scissors. What about you? And sometimes I forget which enemy is the indestructible one. That's not good either. But I'm getting better at the game, I think. Slowly. Please, please, please. Please, 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 just get the... Oh, God! Why isn't the hit detection as bad with the running guy? But I have to say, this game is quite enjoyable, even though it is frustrating and a little bit unfair at times. It's definitely a good Robotron clone. Maybe even better than the original Robotron on the Spectrum. I think there is an official Atari release of that. Please, TV, don't broadcast your garbage in my face. was pure luck, that. Again, we have reached these snappy skeletons with their scissor friends. And it's pretty tricky here. And the sprites are the size of a small country. Please let me get out of here. Just want to grab this guy. Where is he? There he is. I can't get to him. I'm close to getting an extra life, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, come on, game. Give me a break. Oh, man, this is so unfair at times. And it's a little bit annoying when you start a stage. Not all the enemies spawn in at the same time. So you think you're in the clear, and then boom, you've got a bunch of silly faces that just appear right bloody next to you. That is a little bit unfair, methinks. Here's the running man. Come here. Ah, yeah, stage 4. Finally, I think, at least. Yeah, 4th wave. Please, be something simple. Bombs, that's fun. Constantly exploding bombs. These make me a little bit uncomfortable. Please, please, please. I wish you could destroy these annoying things, or at least that there were fewer of them. Christ on a stick, what is going on here? Please don't corner me. What is... There's nothing to shoot here. Just a wall of bombs that are seemingly following me around at times, but not always. Let's grab this guy again. Yeah, that was a pretty simple stage. Oh, I missed what that was called. Oh, it's the lips. The lips of love. And there's hearts that seem to be destructive. Oh god, the slowdown. But at least that makes the game slightly easier. I think I'm firing boots at times. It's just trash I'm firing out. Weaponized garbage? I'm not sure. Mabel Butterthorpe? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's some quite severe slowdown going on here. But the lips are indestructible and the hearts aren't quite as. You need to fire a couple of times at them and then they apparently decide that they do not want to live anymore. And I hate how they kind of take rapid steps forward. It's like, surprise mofo. Oh, here we are. Come here. Oh, it's high fight. Hell. Okay, I think so anyway. Okay, it's kind of nice that the game slows down a little bit. Because that makes things a little bit easier. And please, I don't want to get high-fied. Run away. Oh man. The stereo of my nightmares. Yes, come here. So you can see things have started to get a little bit easier, as again thanks to the slowdown of far too many enemies running around. Hunt in helmets. Okay. That sounds fun. And yeah, this is pretty sluggish. The frame rate is taking a huge dive here. Okay, but again, it sure helps a lot. Please. Is that a mutated version of Pac-Man? So this is wave 7. That's pretty nice. Didn't expect to get this far. Sometimes it's like the sprites just disappear for no good reason. Wait, what's going on here? Why up? And I am not touching that skull. Why am I exploding there? Okay, there's like stuff falling from the, well, not top of the screen really, but they spawn and then they just go down. Deformed Pac-Man faces and bells and God knows what. All the trash in the world. But this is at least, these patterns are a little bit more manageable. And here's the running man again. Come here. Come here. Why can't I get to you? You're so annoying. Please. Okay, wave 8. This is going pretty well. Surprisingly well. Ah, bells. Hell spells. Can I shoot them? No, it's the notes that I can shoot. I mean, who throws notes in the bin? Garbage bin. It's kind of weird, isn't it? They're just getting desperate, coming up with new enemy sprites. Ugh. But again, it feels like the hit detection is almost a little bit improved now. I'm not sure why. But again, I think it's probably because everything is slowing down. And here's the running man. Great. Come here. Come here. I want to grab you appropriately. A copyright with teeth. Oh god, that sounds a bit like YouTube. And this is stage 9. And I wasn't paying attention there. I think I got hit for realsies there. Just looking at something else. Oh man. Yeah, stage 9 isn't too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't expect to get that far all of a sudden. Oh man, please. No, please. Yeah, okay. Things are clearing out. The running man should appear any day now. Yes, here we are. So much stuff on screen. Oh, come on. I wasn't touching that, was I? Yeah, I think I've had enough there. And I have to say, not a bad game. This is quite fun, especially for an 84 game. Really rather decent. Frustrating, but fun at the same time. So let's have a look at a couple of reviews before we end, shall we? And I could only find one review for this game, and that was in Personal Computer Games. And they gave the game an overall of 7 out of 10, and they wrote, "The characters have changed, but otherwise this game is almost identical to Timescape's Wild West Hero. Mind you, both games are excellent versions of the arcade classic Robotron." And they ended the review with, "The only disappointment is that the action is basically the same at every stage." Which makes sense because it is a Robotron clone, and Robotron was quite monotonous, but also challenging and fun. And I think this game actually manages to capture some of that. If they had just fixed the collision detection and some other minor things, this could have been really solid. But it's still enjoyable, I have to say, in a weird, masochistic way. A bit like Robotron, really. So I hope you enjoyed this quick peek at Dustman that has nothing to do with Trashman, and thanks for watching and all that stuff. And as always, I hope to catch you next time. Cheers!